Morning guys, here we go, Lunge and Listen 28. Just entitled this one Roll With It, because woke up in the night to go to the toilet, as far as I'm going to go with that. But just to say, I could hear it raining, and I know that I'm going to do a few things outside every day. Got to go out, walk the dog. I like to walk if I get tired in the afternoon, in terms of looking at my screen for a long time. I'll go for a walk then, take Fiddly again. I've got to come out and do Lunge and Listen. And today I'm meeting someone for an outdoor PT. And it's just that thing of, oh, it's raining. I used to get it, I guess I used to get it more when I was a kid, because grew up riding horses. Certainly from kind of the age of 12 onwards, really involved in the day-to-day care. So that was literally all weathers, you know. Had to go to where the ponies and the horses were at least once, often twice a day. And you get, obviously in this country, all the extremes. You've got days when it's raining, banging down. You've got the winter days when it's so cold. It took pretty much the whole time we were there in the morning before school for my dad to boil enough kettles to get the water to unfreeze along the pipe, because it came from under the ground. That bit was usually all right, and then where it ran along the wall to where our tap was for our little stable block, it would be it'd be frozen, and it'd take 4, maybe 5 kettles for that. And then those same cold times, if we were going somewhere to an event or something with the horses, then there was always that thing of, will the horse box start? You know, horse lorry, old chassis, old engine. They had some little kind of tips and tricks to get it to go, but it was always kind of more 50-50, pushing towards 60-40, just about how likely is it to be able to get going. And entitled this one Roll With It today, because there's always things like that. There's always things that come up, and just circumstances that are just not ideal. They're not terrible, but just not ideal. And obviously I was thinking about it over the weekend, where I did the weekend challenges that I did. And yeah, some of the time it was raining all the time, hailed on Friday. Got absolutely soaking wet after it'd been pretty nice on Saturday. And one of the things I guess I learned is over time is actually you can't change those things. We definitely can't change the weather. We've just got to go with it. We can predict it. Even then it's sometimes wrong in terms of what you plan and set up. And it's more to do with the attitude that we approach things with. And when it comes to the outdoors and it comes to weather, maybe there's no such thing as bad weather, just wrong kit selection. And you know, firmly believe that you know, we can crack on and do most things, and generally most of us do, because we have to. You know, we'll wear something different, take something dry to put on if you're getting back in the car after you've done something and it's wet or cold or whatever it is. And you know, other times we get circumstances that are amazing, and that changes the whole day. You know, think about snow days and things like that at the right time of year. You know, as an adult, it might be a little bit frustrating that you can't get to work or whatever. I guess not so much now, because a lot of us had a good amount of practice of working from home. But as a kid, a snow day, and the age I am, basically every school was always shut because the boiler would always break for at least the first 2 snow days. No heating in the school. Oh well, maybe that was just an excuse. Maybe they just didn't want to say teachers live too far away and they can't get here. I don't know. Maybe it was just an attitude then of, well, we can't tell them we can't actually get here because we're teachers and we're superhuman. That's probably, you know, not right. But you know what I'm saying. So it's how we approach it. And you know, people do crazy things in terms of innovation, but simple things. Learned growing up that if I was going to be riding the horse and it was cold, to put on my riding boots as soon as I could to get my toes and my feet warm in those boots. If you went from the boots you were wearing, as in the yard boots, the boots for the mucking out, and then put them into cold boots, they stay cold. But if you put your other boots on, you warm it up. So little tips and tricks that come around it. Ears, right? Riding hats. Ears are exposed at the side. Just the design. They have to be. And once thought, had a kind of old bobble hat. Put that, stretch that over the old school kind of riding hats, big bulky things, and then turn the flaps down at the side like that. Game changer. Absolute game changer. Just innovating and doing something slightly different that no one thought of. Lo and behold, not very long after that, so mum and dad had a saddlery, a horse shop, selling feed, equipment, all that sort of thing. A company brings out proper hat covers with a fold down thing for the winter. I wish I'd kind of been old enough to think of, actually this should be a product. Yeah, I might have made £3 back in those days. So we have to innovate. We might have to do something slightly differently. And if we approach things with actually there is a way still to do this, then we can generally keep going. Same as, for instance, with Lunge and Listen. It's not too bad right now. I didn't even really need my jacket. Right now it's just a little bit drizzly. But you could do your lunges, just as an example, directly with this, in place. Yeah, just standing there, inside. Or it could be that you open up the garage, so you still got the fresh air out there, and you do lunges in place instead. Do them in the conservatory, do them in the lounge. Just adapt a little bit, and we can still do what we want to do. Have a great day.